Okay, so it isolated incident.
You get to determine what is our pet.
Snakes, a lizard, and a crocodile were removed from a home in Beaver County, Pennsylvania.
My Lord, a snapping turtle. Wow.
Hey guys, welcome back to this week's edition of the Scaly Scoop here on Tipping Scales. I'm John. This is Zuko. What even is your name? I was going to bring out our new African black house snake, who we still don't really have a name for yet. We're leaning toward Onyx. A lot of you guys suggested that, and we like that. Somebody suggested Nyx as a nickname, and I thought that was really cute. You gotta have their name on their driver's license and their street name, you know. Zuko, also known as Zook. Buttercup, also known as Butts. But if you missed that video with her, I put that out last week. You can go check that out. I'll leave a link to it at the end. She's gorgeous, and I'm so excited to have her. Okay, let's get into this week's news. I do have a couple of updates for you guys at the end here about Samson and also about the Holy Thursday Massacre, believe it or not. Some of you have been asking for an update on that, and I'll get to that at the end of this video, so stick around for that. If you are new here or you've been here a whole bunch of times and just haven't done it yet, please consider subscribing. I'll put that little graph there because that's what you're supposed to do, I guess. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like. I know that's super annoying, but I gotta do it. Or how about this? If you think it's super annoying, hit that like.
It's a paradox machine.
Great Scott. You can't win.
All right, let's get into what you're here for. Rainbow snakes and guys marrying animals. I know you probably saw the thumbnail and read the title and thought, oh, here we go. I'm gonna say something. I'm getting ready to type out some stuff and see where he goes with it. I'm gonna say something. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say it. Well, everybody can just calm down. An incredibly rare sight was recently caught on camera in North Florida. A rainbow snake. No, not that one. The rainbow snake, Farancia erythrogramma, also known as the eel moccasin, is a non-venomous colubrid that is highly aquatic and very shy and elusive. It lives only in the coastal plain of the southeastern United States. In some places like Georgia and Mississippi, they're a protected species. In states like Maryland, they are considered endangered because they're not found there very often anymore. But in much of the rest of the region, their population does seem stable despite them being fairly elusive and hard to study snake. And that's why it's so cool that Thomas Holloway of North Florida came across one and was able to get this on video. While common rainbow snakes are still spotted on the rare lucky occasion like this, their cousin, a subspecies, the South Florida rainbow snake, is not so lucky, having gone extinct in 2011 thanks to land development, damming of rivers, and pollution. Are you at all surprised? So what do rainbow snakes have to do with this Mexican mayor marrying a caiman? Absolutely nothing. I'm sure many of you have seen this story going around lately. Mexican politician marries an alligator. Mexican mayor weds a crocodile. For some reason, this story was picked up by several news broadcasts, including Fox News and CNN, as well as several others. It's everywhere right now. I say for some reason, because all of this footage is from June of 2022.
But wait, there's more.
Did you know Billy Mays never actually said that? It was actually Ron Popeil, but everybody attributes it to Billy Mays. Mandela effect. That's a fun rabbit hole to go down if you're interested. Anyway, so this footage and information in these reports are actually taken from news reports with the same headline and the same photos from last year. But that's not the first time it was reported either. This story was also covered in 2017, 2015, 2014. In fact, this story has been going around since the 1790s. So this isn't news, so why are we talking about it? I'll get to that in a second. For 230 years, the mayors of San Pedro Honolulu in Oaxaca, Mexico, have married a caiman as part of a symbolic performance at the annual Honolulu Festival. A symbolic performance.
The symbolism. What is the symbolism there? Let me explain it to you.
The festival and marriage is meant to represent the coming together of two ethnic factions. The Chantal, who are the current residents of San Pedro, Honolulu, and the neighboring culture of the Huavs. During the festival, everyone has a role to play. and each role is fulfilled by Chantal performers. Even the role of the Huaves, who bring their princess in the form of a caiman to secure peace and prosperity between the two groups. There are many other roles to play in this performance, including town jokesters, Turkish men trying to trade with the town, and many, many more. The townsfolk usually choose which character they will be performing as at a young age, as children, and from that time forward, that is the role they play in the festival's performance. So why are we talking about this? It's because the reports on this are all worded in the exact same way. Man marries alligator, says he loves his bride. Now the reports do say it is part of a festival, but conveniently leave out that this is a symbolic performance, because that just wouldn't be as sensational as a man falling in love with an alligator. It wouldn't be used to feed ideologies or push propaganda, and that's why I decided to do this story and really dig into it and give you the full picture of what is going on in this report. Some of the comments that I saw on this report on different sources and different videos were very uninformed and just seemed to fuel the anger of a certain demographic, who just then went and made a whole bunch of unrelated parallels. So that's part of it. Aside from that, because I have a bachelor's in history, this kind of stuff really interests me, obviously. And I was able to find a really interesting research paper on this exact topic that goes into the mythology, symbolism, and history of these two cultures. If that's something you're interested in learning more about, there's a handy little link down below that'll take you right to that paper. It is a wealth of knowledge. Okay, I said at the beginning of this that I had a couple of updates for you guys. We'll start with Samson. So Samson has resurfaced for the moment at least, and is doing what he can to continue his business. Believe it or not, he still has supporters, and some of these supporters are in limited positions of power, such as running certain reptile shows. These particular expos are obviously still allowing him to vend for this reason. One of these is the Ozone International Pet Expo, which is quite a large expo. Photos have begun to come out of some of his supporters' own facilities, and they are a lot like Samson's. However, while the source remains unconfirmed on my end, as of right now, I'm not going to go into that. I think it is safe to say at this point that anyone still supporting Samson is likely guilty of doing the same things he is, or at the very least condones it. I really think we're going to see more proof of that in the coming months. So the only way to affect change with somebody who values money and success over the care of their animals is to speak with your wallet, right? So simply don't go to these shows. Don't buy a ticket, boycott them. That's all I'll say on that for right now. I have a feeling we'll come back to that at another point though. In good news on this topic, well, I think it's good news, you might disagree. A local news publication in Lee County, which is where Samson's new facility is, has picked up this story, warning both residents and non-residents to stay clear. Thank you to Corey Ayers for bringing that to my attention. I hope I didn't butcher your last name. And thank you for all the hard work you're putting into this case. And thank you to Julia Johnson for tracking down that screenshot for us too. If you guys would like to get involved in those conversations, they're happening over on our Scaly Scoop Facebook group. There's a link in the description for that if you want to get in on the chit chat and see what's going on and, you know, add your own local news to the scoop. So that's all I have on that topic for right now. I feel like there will be more soon. So let's move on to the Holy Thursday Massacre update. There's really not much there. You guys have been asking for an update on that. So I reached out to Bill McAdam, and let me just say, first off the bat, he is a really nice guy. A lot of people have been wondering if there's going to be a lawsuit involved in all of this, and it seems as though there is. Things are already in motion for that, but it's sure to be a battle. How many years did USARK have the FWC in court? How long did FWC have Chris Coffey in court, and how many times? So Bill could use our help. I'm going to link the official GoFundMe for this in the description. It's actually been in the description of all of my videos since this tragedy happened. So I just want to call attention to it again. It's kind of faded into the background since the commission meeting and our tentative hope because of how that went, as well as with everything else going on right now. It's easy for it to slip off the radar, but for people like Chris and Bill, they're still dealing with it, you know. It still affects them. So if you can afford to contribute to that cause, you know what to do. Link is below. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Maybe learned a thing or two. I apologize for my voice. I'm not feeling 100%, but I did want to get a video out to you guys. So, as always, remember to be kind to yourselves and each other. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Hi guys, welcome back to the tipping scales on the Scaly Scoop. That's not what it is. Hey guys, welcome back to Scaly Scoop. Why can't I figure this out? What is my deal right now? But in much of the rest of the region. Oh my gosh. Huamalula. You will Huamalula. No. Erythrogramma. But in much of the rest of the region. But in much of the rest of the region, that's a tongue twister.